Today we come to the final meditation in our sketchy survey of 1st and 2nd Samuel. My prayer is that it has been of some blessing to you. I'm going to take a short break over the next couple of weeks to reflect on whether to continue these short videos on a regular or even an ad hoc basis, or indeed whether to continue them at all. So after the plague which followed David's numbering of his people, the prophet Gad instructed David to go up, rear an altar unto the Lord in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite, in verse 18 of chapter 24. It was the place where the Lord had stayed his hand of discipline upon Israel, and it was to be the location of the temple that Solomon was going to build. Now we're going to read about how the place was purchased in 2 Samuel chapter 24, and we're going to read verses 22 to 24. And Araunah said unto David, Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, here be oxen for burnt sacrifice, and threshing instruments, and other instruments of the oxen for wood. All these things did Araunah as a king give unto the king. And Araunah said unto the king, The Lord thy God accept thee. The king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price, neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which doth cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. We all like to get a good deal. In fact, there's many people who will shop around, going from place to place, or more likely nowadays from website to website, to get as low a price as they can. It simply comes down to this. We like to get as much as we can for as little as it will cost us. So David was the king, and his people loved him. I would imagine that Araunah was one of those loyal subjects, and that might well have been the reason that he said to David, Let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him, in verse 22. Although I did read somewhere that this might have been part of a bartering process, but I simply take it that Araunah was offering to give David whatever he needed to make the offering that he had been instructed to by the Lord himself. In secular terms, this was a good deal. Indeed, probably the best deal possible, because it would have been at no cost at all. But David did not, indeed he would not, take up this offer. Instead, the king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. Verse 24. He was willing to pay the full price for the threshing floor. David went on to explain why he wanted to pay the proper value of the purchase. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto the Lord my God of that which doth cost me nothing, in verse 24 as well. I believe that this is an important biblical principle, because true love and devotion is always sacrificial. We know this because God's love toward us was sacrificial. He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, as we read in Romans chapter 8, verse 32. There could be no greater cost involved in purchasing our redemption, a cost that God was willing to pay. That sacrificial spirit is what God expects then from his people in return from us. In our modern society, too many of us want it easy. Perhaps our Christianity is little more than an accessory to our lives, something to do, but only when it suits. But if we truly love the Lord and want to please him, we need to demonstrate, indeed we will want to demonstrate, our true commitment in a sacrificial way of living. Because if our service costs little to us, it will mean little to him. Let us have that sacrificial spirit in our service and worship to the Lord.